More analysis on this. My colleague Usman Aliyu Uba is here. You're from our Africa desk, I should say. Okay, first of all, the opposition's reaction. What's the latest?
Yes, so far we are aware that the opposition People's Democratic Party have rejected the results. Earlier, even on Monday, as partial of some of the results were tallying, they call it unacceptable and incorrect. I think this is because of some issues related with, malpractices, irregularities, and some pockets of violence recorded in some of the polling units. Also, we are aware of some of the, glitches of the smart card readers that were used during the election. I think the next step is they are going to petition the result in the courts. But again, this is a situation where I don't think the Court of Appeal will listen to it, because at this moment we don't have the Chief Justice of the country who will decide in favor of the opposition. Okay,
but from your contacts in Nigeria, is there evidence that there's been enough malpractice to affect the result of the vote? 56 to 41 is pretty clear.
So far, the international, observers, as well as local observers, they've recorded some pockets of violence and irregularities. However, they said this doesn't affect the overall whole, result of the election, and they call it acceptable in a sense. And the INEC also hasn't listened to most of the, opposition parties which are claiming that, yes, there were some irregularities. It may affect the, local election, which is the Senate as well as the House of Reps. But overwhelmingly, speaking about the presidential election, the INEC, which is the Independent National Electoral Commission, has not, convinced with the fact that it will affect the overall presidential election results.
How shocking, is that even the right word, is the turnout? When you see 35% turnout in a country that has more than 80 million registered voters, and then you kind of do the maths roughly in your head and say out of that 35% turnout, the president gained 56% of the vote. Well, that's a really small minority of the entire country that's voted for this man to be the leader.
It is indeed, Adnan. It is the lowest ever recorded in the history of Nigeria since 1999, when the country fully embarked on a full-swing democracy, if you like. And I think this is partly because of the last-minute postponement, because the election was meant to be held on February the 16th, but the very few hours to the polling, to the election, when polls are expected to be open, the National Electoral Commission, postponed the election, which, many were disenchanted, disillusioned, because some of these people have to plan, save money, and they couldn't afford to, go back again to their polling units. And again, also, it's interesting enough to show that the North, which their ongoing violence, it's recorded the highest turnout compared to the South, which is a stronghold for the opposition. But again, yes, it shows how many Nigerians are disillusioned, if you like, disenchanted or disenfranchised over Buhari's government. But I think, yes, again, it's very low in the history.
It's quite incredible, isn't it? Okay, Usman Aliyu Uba, thanks a lot for coming in.